We are in the midst of a historical worldwide transition to teleworking, distance teaching, and distance learning. At Towson University's College of Education, we are discovering the effects of this transition on teachers across the board and their reactions.
Just yesterday, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak to be a global pandemic. More and more countries and states here in America are struggling to grapple with this crisis.
At this time, I am directing that effective Monday, March 16th through Friday, March 27th, all public schools in Maryland will be closed.
In March of 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic would develop a massive influence on the Maryland education system, from the state university level to the public classroom. So what would this mean for the College of Education?
I wanted to say how proud I am of our faculty, staff, and students who have made the transition to teleworking. Our faculty quickly turned their classes that were traditionally being taught face-to-face into online classes, whether it's in Blackboard, Zoom, WebEx.
I did a lot of preparation in the weeks leading up to the telework virtual experience we are now all a part of. One moment dealt with our interns. Our interns were just getting ready to submit their EdTPAs, an evaluation, a national evaluation they've been working quite hard on all year. We were supposed to come together in Hawkins to submit it as a secondary ed program. We knew this wasn't going to happen. I had worked with Blackboard Collaborate Ultra with colleagues in the past, but I had never used it to work with students. So I took quite a bit of time to familiarize myself with it, and I knew that we would have 40 plus students all coming together virtually to submit at one time. So I learned how to access the breakout rooms, and I did a lot of organization before 40 plus students came to our live virtual seminar on the day of EdTPA submission. In order to have this moment run as smoothly as possible. And it did. So we were quite proud of that. 4 liaisons, 4 cohorts, students working together in breakout rooms in order to submit as successfully and smoothly as possible.
We were in the high school before all of this. Friday the 13th was the last day. How ominous is that? And the whole thing with the internship is you get formally observed, you do EdTPA, and you continue to grow as a teacher. You figure out your pedagogy style, you work on your rapport and how to plan properly and organize your time. Time management, that's everything. I got my EdTPA done, and I think that's the big part of it. That's what's most important, because that's how I get state certified. I'm with Baltimore County, and right now they are doing the online schooling, like most counties are.
Our interns, who are just finishing up their internships, are working side by side with their mentor teachers, who are also transitioning P12 instruction into online and distance learning.
Not only is distance learning being practiced at the College of Education, but it's also in effect throughout Maryland.
It's affected my practice just because teaching first grade, a lot of structure and routine is built, so not being in the normal classroom setting has been a difficult adjustment for me and for a lot of my students, just because they are so used to having a built routine every day that we follow. And it has also been a big technology adjustment for me and for my kids. As far as affecting my students, I've been surprised with how adaptable they are to changes, and how I've been very surprised with how well they've come together and been very patient with me and working out everything. It's been really great.
Talking to my students over the computer, in a live version, has been very different as someone who never even Skyped or hardly ever even FaceTimed. Transitioning in that way has been kind of weird, but it's been fine. The students have all been respectful, and they've been fine over Google Meet. So that was the only thing that was really super different for me. I hope that all of my students can get the technology that they need to do their work, and I hope that they all can get some form of encouragement at home. I know everyone's situation is different. Some of these kids are helping to raise their own siblings, and they just don't have time when they're at home to do this kind of work. So again, the equity isn't there. I just hope that as many students as possible are able to access all of the curriculum and just do the best work that they possibly can do.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you for your extraordinary leadership during this time. After extensive consultation with the State Board of Education and leading public health experts in the state, I am extending the closure of schools through May 15th.
This profession is about taking risks, and we teach our interns that. And I think as a faculty right now, we are, forced to take some risks. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. I think that we're going to grow as professionals, and I think that we're going to become better teachers.
At the College of Education, we maintain hope that this entire experience will serve as a lesson to students, teachers, interns, mentors, and everyone else across the board that in the adversity of an international health crisis, educators are and will continue to be resilient, displaying diligence through complicated times.
Take care, everybody.